The Curse of Brimstone, issue 2, by Justin Jordan and Philip Tan. So take it away, Connor.
Yeah, it's still shite. This is the exposition issue, which is kind of worse.
That's right, because obviously the first issue, just from memory, it was like, this town's really shitty, he wants to get away, everyone's trying to save up money to leave, and he gets the deal from the guy to like become the Brimstone, right?
Yeah, and it opens with like these flashes. It looks like he's dreaming of him destroying the town as Brimstone, and then he wakes up and it's kind of real. Like half the city was destroyed. These fires just kind of started, then they went out, and then it snowed. So there's like all this snow and ash everywhere, which should make a great like location, right? But you barely see it. It doesn't use it at all. Like it's just like little bits here or there. It doesn't utilize that at all. And I say the strongest part of the first issue was probably the art, because I'm generally a Philip Tan fan. I think he's pretty reliable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, not as necessarily a standout, but he's solid. But yeah, this is basically him telling, I think it's his sister, I think. Yeah, pretty sure it is. And he's like, "Oh yeah, this happened." And he's like, "Oh, do you believe me?" And this is, he gets a bit worked up and he sets the curtain on fire with his hand. And she's like, "Well, yeah, there's fires all over everywhere. Your bed's in ashes because you did that in your sleep. You've just set a curtain on fire in front of me. Of course, I believe you dick."
And actual dialogue, I'm sure.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm paraphrasing.
It's not. You know,
I'm paraphrasing a little. But yeah, so they're like, "Well, we should look into this," and I'm sure. He tells her about the salesman. That's what he was called, the guy who did the offer. And it's like, "Well, let's look it up." Turns out there's a subreddit for this sort of stuff, because of course there is, and they actually say that, and they bold subreddit so that I know that they're talking about Reddit.
Talk about subreddits in my comic book. That's fun.
Yeah, they're talking about it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this thread talks about a town in Oklahoma where something like you're thinking of freak weather incidents, at least officially, but rumors that are conspiracy theories that it's actually worse, and it's they're destroyed in all these different ways. One of them got like really overgrown, swampy. One of them got flooded. One of them got frozen. All the usual stuff." And he's like, and they're like, "Oh, we can't let this happen." He's like, "I think it's too late. I think it already is happening." Then we get the Blizzard woman comes and kidnaps his dad. She's called the Hound, apparently. Which she's not as good as that Hound. I was gonna
say, does she eat chicken? Like
there is not a chicken reference. No.
All right, dang it.
No, that's very disappointing. But yeah. You have the salesman's like, "Oh yeah, your son's failed into one of his contracts, so we're going to involve you." And they phone him and the sister, like all the phones in the area around them just start ringing, and it's like and he's talking to her specifically. He's like, "Oh yeah, no, your father's already told me a lot about you." It's like, you're gonna have to, you got to destroy the town and do what you promised. Do you fulfill your end of the bargain, or I'm gonna kill your dad? And I'm not sure what the point is, like why he wants all the towns destroyed. He just kind of goes around and does it, and then he seems to recruit them into his army, like they become his soldiers afterwards. And it ends with the Hound and Brimstone in their big elemental forms fighting each other, fire versus ice. So it's some nice art here.
That sounds
and
like
the sister driving a car at them.
Yeah, it sounds like that would look nice. Giant fire and ice things.
It's a little murky because they're not very well designed. They're kind of just these big black things with blue or red.
It sounds like New 52 art to me.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like a New 52 book.
Nicer than in general than that, but it's worse than most of the New 52 books, I'd say, because this is just a lot of exposition about. Oh yeah, this happens all the time. He goes around and does all this. We're just the next one, and I'm like, I don't care. So.
Well, what's your rating? You have to rate the book.
Yep.
3.5. Yeah, some of the art's nice. Philip Tan's he did a lot of Green Lantern issues in the past.